So hey everyone, in this video we are going to learn about what is Android development and what is its salary package and which languages is most be needed to become an Android developer. Okay, before going to know its salary package and its criteria and which language is needed to become an Android developer, first we have to know what is Android development. Okay, so basically Android development is a form of software engineering dedicated specially to creating Android application for device that run on the Android platform. Or any other way, we can say that Android software development is the process by which applications are created for devices running the Android operating system. Google states that Android apps can be written using also Kotlin, Java and C++ languages using the Android software development kit, while using other languages is also possible. After knowing that what is its definition, then we are going to know what is its salary package. In one single line, the average salary for a Android developer is 7 lakh per year in India. The average additional cash compensation for a Android developer in India is 1 lakh with a range from 28,000 to 1 lakh. Okay, then we are going to know about the main topic and knowing that language which is very useful to make you rich. Just kidding. First language is Java. Then firstly Java was the official language for Android development, but now it was replaced by Kotlin and consequently it is the most used language as well. Many of the apps in the Play Store are built with Java and it is also the most supported language by Google. In addition to all this, Java has a great online community for support in case of any problem, and trust me, there will be problems. However, Java is a complicated language for beginner to use as it contains complex topics like constructor, null pointer expression, concurrency checked expression, etc. Also, the Android software development, which is SDK, increase the complexity to a new level. All in all, Java is the greatest language to experience the full joy of Android development. However, it may be a little complex for beginner who would prefer to start with something easier and then return to it. Now come to our second language, which is Kotlin. Kotlin is the official language for Android app development declared by Google in 2019. Kotlin is a cross-platform programming language that may be used as an alternative to Java for Android app development. It has also introduced as a secondary official Java language in 2017. Kotlin can integrate with Java and it runs on the Java virtual machine, which is JVM. The only sizable difference is that Kotlin removes the superfluous feature of Java such as null pointer exception, and it also removes the necessity of ending every line with a semicolon. In short, Kotlin is much simpler for beginner to try as compared to Java, and it can also be used as an entry point for Android app development. After then, we are going to know the most important and the most beginner language, which is C++. Okay, the C++ can be used for Android app development using the Android native development, which is NDK. However, an app cannot be created totally using C++, and the NDK is used to implement part of the app in C++ native code. This helps in using C++ code libraries for the app as required. While C++ is useful for Android app development in some cases, it is much more difficult to set up and is much less flexible. It may also lead to more bugs because of the increased complexity. So, it is better to use Java as compared to C++, as it doesn't provide enough gain to offset the efforts required. If you are a game lover and if you are playing games, then you must have to know this language, which is C#. And most of the games are built using C# language. And let's come to know about it. C# is quite similar to Java, and so it is ideal for Android app development. Like Java, C# also implements garbage collection, so there are few changes of memory leak. And C# also has a cleaner and simpler syntax than Java, which makes coding with its comparability easier. Earlier, the biggest drawback of C# was that it could run only on Windows system as it used the .NET framework. However, this problem was handled by Xamarin. Now, Xamarin Android tool can be used to write native Android apps and share the code across multiple platforms. Let's come to know about the most useful and most popular language, which is Python. And if I am talking about the Python, then you must know the Python is used everywhere. If you want to make an artificial intelligence application, then you have to most know about the Python, and you have definitely used the Python language in your code. And the Python is also used in machine learning. And if I am talking here to Android application, then come to know about the Python. What is the role in Python of in Android development? Okay, the Python can be used for Android app development even though Android doesn't support native Python development. This can be done using various tools that convert the Python apps into Android package that can device run on Android. As example of the Kiwi, which is an open source Python library used for developing mobile apps. It supports Android and also encourages rapid app development, which is a win-win situation according to me. However, a downside to this is that there won't be native benefit for Kiwi as it isn't natively supported. So next come to know about the Dart. What is Dart? Dart is a programming language which is used to make an Android app development and which is used to make an Android apps. Ignoring the Dart as a programming language in today's context would be like ignoring the gorilla in the room because the elephant is Java. Dart is an open source programming language that powers the Flutter framework, which is getting a lot of traction these days because its ability to deliver beautiful and performance app for the web, desktop and mobile in leisure time. The key of selling point of Dart is that it is designed by Google as a client optimized language for fast apps on any platform. Dart meaning focus on making UI development easier for developers with features such as hot reload, which lets developers see changes instantly while working on the app. Dart is also known for its fast performance and it compiles to ARM and system machine code for mobiles, desktop and backend, and to JavaScript for the web app. And the last one is Corona. Corona is a software development kit that can be used for developing Android apps using Lua. It has two operational modes, namely Corona Simulator and Corona Native. The Corona Simulator is used to build application directly while the Corona Native is used to integrate the Lua code with an Android Studio project to build an app using native feature. While Lua is a little limited as compared to Java, it is also much simpler and has an easier learning curve. Moreover, there are built monetization features as well as various assets and plugins that enrich the app development experience. Corona is mostly used to create graphics, applications and games, but is by no means limited to that. Before going to end this topic, I am going to give you a simple tips and simple advantages of these 5 most usable languages for Android development. The first one is Kotlin. Kotlin advantages. What is the advantages of Kotlin? It is open source and it reduces development time, support operator overloading, and it features simple and easy to learn syntax, allowed to build clean code, fully supported by IDS and Google. And the next one is Java. And what is the Java's advantages in Android app development? It is popular for its code reusability, character and portability. It is compatible with VMS, browsers and different environments. The Java interface is explicit and it is a simple language. It is flexible and portable also. Then comes to know about the C# advantages. What is the advantages of C# language in Android development? It is modern, scalable and structured. It makes available a function-rich library. Type safe code ensures security also. It is updatable and interoperable. It is easy to use and can be quickly deployed. It is a general purpose language and simple. It is object oriented and component oriented also. And last come to know about the C# advantages. What is the advantages of C# language? A high level and object oriented language built in libraries for different functionality. high program execution speed also, no background garbage collector like Java. The app can run on any platform along with hardware benefits, and the most popular language in everywhere and anywhere, that is Python. And what is the advantages of Python also? It reduces the app development time, structure and readable code, making clean code a possibility. Can be used to build GUI using standard libraries also. You can build scalable apps using Python, suitable for analyzing and computing numerical data. And the last one is the availability of many framework allows for more flexibility. Okay, so according to me, which is the best language? If give my opinion, or according to me, I choose only two, is Java and another is Kotlin. Reason is that if you choose your career as an Android development, then you can choose Kotlin. Otherwise, Java is the best. And one thing I want to share with you, I am an Android developer and I use Java language to build my Android application. And the last part is conclusion. Okay, there are a lot of apps such as chat messenger, music player, games, calculator, etc. that can be created using the above languages. And there is no language that can be called a correct language for Android development, so it's often you make a correct choice of language on the basis of your objective and preference for each individual project. And always remember, whatever you choose, it will only expand your skill set and lead to your growth as an Android developer. So thank you, and we come back with another topic with extra energy.